rather, rather. We would rather die than be slaves. We would rather die than be slaves. Besides, besides. She has no relations besides an aged aunt. She has no relations besides an aged aunt. Properly, properly, properly speaking, properly speaking. Suitable, suitable. Constantly, constantly. He's constantly disturbing me. He's constantly disturbing me. Whatever, whatever. You can eat whatever you like. You can eat whatever you like. Immediately, immediately. In the years immediately after the war. In the years immediately after the war. Relatively, relatively. In spite of her illness, she is relatively cheerful. In spite of her illness, she is relatively cheerful. Wholeheartedly, wholeheartedly, wholeheartedly in favor of the scheme. Wholeheartedly in favor of the scheme. I love the country, especially in spring. Definitely, definitely. She states her views very definitely. She states her views very definitely. Thought, thought. You can see through glass. Terribly, extremely. Terribly, extremely. She suffered terribly when her son was killed. She suffered terribly when her son was killed. Hardly. Hardly. You can hardly expect me to lend you money again. You can hardly expect me to lend you money again. Sursus. Sursus. Kent versus Surrey. Kent versus Surrey. Underneath. 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 The letter was pushed underneath the door. The letter was pushed underneath the door. Ahead. Ahead. Ahead of time. Ahead of time. Perhaps, maybe. Perhaps, maybe. Perhaps the weather will change this evening. Regardless. Regardless. I protested, but he carried on regardless. I protested, but he carried on regardless. Incredibly. Incredibly.